It's Max and Mr. Tang, and we are here once again with Math Homework Helpers Shorts. And what do we got on the table today there, Mr. Tang?
All right, so this week we're working with our 4th grade friends.
Nice.
And we're looking at home connections. Again, we're continuing to work on multi-digit multiplication, early division stuff. So we're kind of building up to that.
Nice. Unit 2, Module 2, Session 3.
Unit 2, Module 2, Session 3. There you
Boom.
go. Thanks again, Max.
You got it.
What would I do without you?
Probably a lot. Probably get a lot done without all these interruptions. But that's what I like doing.
That's why we're best friends.
That's right.
All right.
I like interrupting.
So we're going to go ahead and
sorry.
start with coins and arrays here. The first question says, write a multiplication equation to show how much each group of coins is worth. So coins is nice to work with multiplication because they're constants. You know that a nickel is always going to be worth 5 cents, a dime is always going to be worth 10 cents, a quarter is always going to be worth 25 cents. So when we think about multiplying groups of coins, it's nice and easy for us to be able to work with something that's a real world example. All right, so the first example is already done for us. 5 nickels, 5 times 5 cents equals 25 cents. So let's go ahead, I'm going to pick my favorite color, orange, because it's my main man here. And let's go ahead and see. 10 nickels. What multiplication equation can we use to show 10 nickels?
Let's see. I guess we would say 10 times 5 because nickels are 5 cents each.
Yep. And how much would that equal?
50 cents. 10 times 5. Makes sense to me. Get it? Sense?
But
There it is.
All right, 15 nickels. And this is cool because when we think about multiplication, we think about math, we could always use what we know to help us solve for what we don't know. So for example here, instead of having, we're going to write the equation 15 times 5.
Right.
But instead of starting from scratch, let's use what we already know.
Okay.
We already know how much 5 nickels is, right? How much is 5 nickels?
25 cents.
And we already know how much 10 nickels is.
50 cents.
So if 15 nickels is what we have to find the value for, we can add those together.
Yeah.
So what's 50 cents plus 25 cents?
75 cents. Oh, that's cool.
And that's the cool thing about math is we can be strategic with how we do it and be efficient. Use what we know to solve for what we don't know.
I love it.
Okay, so
Moving on to dimes.
moving on to dimes. All right, 10 of them. How do we show that? What's the multiplication equation?
Well, I know that a dime is 10 cents, so we have 10 times 10 cents.
10 times 10 cents equals, 10 times 10 is?
100.
So we have 100 cents, or $1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, awesome. The next one is 20 dimes. So same thing, we're going to write an equation, 20 times 10. And just like we were saying with the last couple of questions, if you know that 10 is 100 and you have double that or 2 groups of that, how much money are we going to have?
We're talking 200 cents.
200 cents. Okay, and let's just keep going down the pattern here. It looks like we have 30 dimes, so 30 times 10 cents, 10 cents.
30 times 10 cents would be 300 cents.
So that's another group of 100 cents. So we had 100, 200, and another group of 100 would be 300 cents.
That's awesome. Money's really cool when you count it like this.
All right, and quarters. It's a little tougher because we're looking at a group of 25 cents.
Right.
But we do know that how many groups of 25 make 100?
4.
4 of them. 25, 50, 75,
100.
100. So every 4 quarters we have equals $1. It's a great way of kind of thinking about fractions too,
Oh yeah, totally.
which we're working on in 5th grade. So if you're ready for that.
Yes.
All right, let's go. 8 quarters. So we have 8 times
25 cents.
25 cents. Okay, so we can think about it that way, okay? If we know that every time you have 4 quarters, you have $1, or you have 25, 50, 75, 100. Can you count to 8?
So that would be 200 cents.
200 cents. Awesome. So now we have 12 quarters.
Oh, this might be tricky.
So it is getting kind of tricky, isn't it? So 12. So if we had 200 cents when we had 8 quarters,
Right.
and then we add 4 more quarters.
Oh, that's another 100.
It's another 100.
So it's 300 cents.
300 cents. Okay, so remember, start with what we know, and then we can always go up from there.
Oh, we're going to
So the
need to, because
last
this
one we
next one
have
looks
is
really hard.
17 times 25. Okay.
17 times 25 cents. Okay. So if 8 is, wait, 8 was 200, 16 would be double that,
Okay.
which is 400 plus 1 more quarter,
Which is
25.
425 cents.
Mr. Tang, you better run that one more time.
Okay, well, why don't we check it?
Yeah.
If, like you said, if we have 16 of them, right?
Right.
That would be $4.
Right, because it's twice the 8 that we did in letter F there.
Right. So that would be 400 cents, and then we have 1 more quarter from that, which would make it 25. So we have 425 cents.
There it is. Cool.
That was really well done, Max.
Woo!
That's really impressive.
Man, that was fun though, and I think thinking of the quarters and thinking of like having those quarters in my hand, that helped me to visualize it
Yeah.
really
so,
well.
So boys and girls, that's a great tip. If you have coins in your classroom, maybe you could ask your teacher to bring them out. As you're working with coins, you should have the coins manipulatives out in front of you. You should definitely be able to play around with them and pull out 17 quarters, put them in groups of 4. You know you have $1 every time you have that. That way you can group them differently.
Yeah.
But yes, well done, Max.
All right.
All right, let's see what we have next. Oh, looks like we have some arrays here, kind of like we worked on last week.
Oh yeah.
But let's read the directions.
Okay.
Label each array frame below, then fill it in with labeled rectangles. Write an equation to show how you got the total, and then write a multiplication equation to match the array. All right, so it says cut out base 10 area pieces if you want to build the arrays. So those of you at home or at school, ask your teachers, talk to them about having the base 10 pieces that you can maybe borrow or use at home.
Nice.
All right, let's go ahead and label our array first.
Well, we can go across the top there. We know that that long line's a 10.
Uh-huh.
And then if I counted correctly, I believe there's 9
Let's
ones
double
there.
check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You did count correctly.
I took my time, Mr. Tang.
I love
took
it,
my
Max.
time.
You're getting better and better at this.
Yeah.
All right, and then down the side we have
1, 2, 3.
3. Okay, so just like in the labeled array frame and rectangles here, we can now build a rectangle based off our arrays. So here, we're going to build a rectangle here, and then we're going to build another one out here. So in this first rectangle, we know we're going to have 3 times 10.
Right.
In the next one, we're going to have 3 times 9. So now that we have both of our arrays, we can go ahead and solve for them. So what is 3 times 10?
That would be 30.
And we're going to add that to the sum, to the product of this rectangle here, which is 3 times 9?
27.
27. So 30 plus 27?
57.
57. So then the whole multiplication equation that we did here was, we're going to combine 10. What's the 10 and the 9 together?
That would be 19.
So we have, let's use a different color to show that. We have 19 times on the left side
3.
3, and that gave us a total of
57.
So boys and girls, Max, we just did 19 times 3, but broke it down nice and easy to 2 different arrays to be able to solve one big problem.
I love it. I love how math works. You can literally take something hard and solve it through an easier means. That's really cool.
That was really cool. And like I said, math is so much fun, and we can have so many different ways to do it.
Yeah.
I had a great time.
I did too. That was awesome. Mr. Tang, thanks again for your help today. Boys and girls, we hope you had a good time as well. And we hope to see you again next time on our Math Homework Helpers Shorts. Until then, have fun doing your math. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
Come back next week.
Woo.